Now here is an oldie but a goodie. It's an old Powers thermostat, pneumatic, and it's leaking, and it's not controlling the valve for the heat, so the room gets overheated, which makes the teacher very uncomfortable. So we're going to change this out today. The cover's missing, but this doesn't affect the actuator at all. We're going to be replacing it with TK 1001 direct acting thermostat. This is a heat only application. And we're going to use the AT536 mounting kit. Let me get the parts laid out and I'll show you what you need. Okay, to make the transition from the current setup, you're going to need the base. You're going to need the first plate. And these holes normally from the factory are tapped out, a 632 tap. Recently they haven't been tapped out, so I need to tap. Number 24, number 25, need to tap those out. So I got this. This outer ring will go in there. These two screws here will go through here on the existing holes that are in the concrete block. There's like a 2x4 box in there. Those will adapt to. Once those screws are on, this plate will go on. Then the mounting plate for the stat. Here and here, going like that, and go through those holes that I have to tap out. So normally what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to take these two screws out that hold the guy on there. And while I'm working, I'll go ahead and shut the screw on the main side of the pneumatic stat. These screws out, and then there's two more screws holding it in behind this plate. I'll get that cover off of there, and then I'll get my piece on there to cover it up. Yeah, this is upside down. The first one I ran across, it's upside down. So I'm going to take these two out, and this whole cover will come off. The pieces you'll need in order to make the transition to this type of thermostat. The plate, the adapters for the pneumatic line. These will go to the new stat. These actually go on these as a backup to this washer. And those need to be on there to give that washer support. Some people forget to put those on, and when they do, they got to go back and put them on. So don't forget the little metal backup. Let me get this together and I'll show you what it looks like. To the brass head over there. And these will go over the holes. One side will be your main, the other side will be your branch. Pneumatic lines have springs in them. So you need to keep those in there so the line doesn't kink when you fold it up into the wall cavity. It keeps them from kinking up. Now I'll put this one in here because when you put air to it, the springs want to shoot out. So I always put the brass pieces in, and then while I'm working on it, I'll take the clear tubing and it'll shut the valve. It'll keep it from leaking there, and it'll also shut the valve while I'm working, so the room doesn't keep heating up. So let me get that together. Those are the short 6/32 screws, and you want to make sure those gaskets are covering the holes properly. Since the screw normally is on this side and air is blowing out, I went ahead and took it out of this side since it's upside down because I don't want it to block the air going in. So I just removed the screw that was on this side. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my plastic tubing, I'm going to connect these two pieces together, and I'm going to get the mounting kit up there. Now when you're getting ready to put these together, you're going to have the main, which is going to have the air coming out constantly. And then you got the branch, which is sending air to the actuator, so when the thermostat is satisfied. So you look on the back, you got the branch and the main. The main is a black line, the branch is a white line. So the white line is going to go to this side here, going to the actuator. And when you put it on, when you get ready to put this together, put this one on first, because if you put the branch on first, the spring is going to shoot out of the white one. Or if you put the main on first, the branch spring will shoot out. So I always attach the branch, and then I attach the main last. And then we'll drop it, put it on, and there's 3 screws that's going to hold it on. 1, 2, and 3. In there. And then put the cover on, the job will be done. So let me get this hooked up. And this is why they have springs, because when you're tucking these lines in, you have to tuck them in like this and fold them up and fold them all kinds of ways to get them tucked in there. Now you can cut them with wire cutters and shorten the line out, but that's why they have springs in there, so never remove your springs. And now we got a nice new stat. Now the instructions on these conversion kits are very informative, and it will take you through many types of conversions you might have to do. And this is the one I did. It gives you step by step. If you had copper line coming out, they've got the tubing that goes onto the copper line, and the adapters, the brass adapters that go from the clear tubing to the small line instead of this. You've got that style. But you got various types of situations that these mounting kits will adapt to. And these little kits here are very nice to have if you ever work on pneumatic stats. Tells you how to calibrate these stats if they ever get out of calibration. It's got the little tool for the triangular heads on those power covers. This one didn't have a cover on it. It's got the triangular head on it. Makes life a lot easier. Comes with a screwdriver, gauges, so you can check your air pressure, like at ambient temperature. Like if you've got a 73-degree room, you set it at 73 and you put that air gauge on there, and it tells you what pressure it should be at when it's satisfied. and you can adjust it, the dial, to match the satisfied pressure. But that is some of the steps of changing out an old Powers thermostat to a newer, now they're Schneider, I used to call them Barber Colmans. Direct acting. It's not something a lot of people use nowadays, but pneumatics is still out there, and especially on old buildings. So hopefully you guys found this interesting and maybe informative. Have a good one.